Eric, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you, Corinna.
So, just for all of you who are in our community and watching, Eric is going to be another one of our AOC 13 journeyers for the 2025-2026 cohort. And Eric is kind of in a special position here because he actually took artist circling 3 years ago, 2 years ago,
Mm.
something like that. It's been three
Yeah,
years. Yeah.
yeah,
And then was just kind of, well, I'll let you tell it. Like something had you want to come back for another round. What
yeah,
what had you want to come back for another round, Eric?
yeah. So I would say the amount of growth that I experienced in the first round,
Hmm.
uh, and even like the starting point of where I was compared to where I would be today, I just saw was like a huge gap. Like, I
Hmm.
mean, I remember my first circle, I was like unable to even like access my deeper emotions, like kind of getting stuck emotionally.
Hmm.
And so I think through the whole process, it was just such an opening up and like a thawing out, and just realizing like there's so much more to unpack. And in between, I just missed like the nourishing connection of circling, like the nourishing connections with the conversations and just being around this community. So yeah, kind of a little bit of all those things.
I love it. Yeah, and I'm excited to be adding that layer because the other three journeyers and the journeyers that we had last year, it was their first experience of circling. And so I'm excited to add this layer of someone who like learned it, was using it, was loving it, and then was like, actually, like I want, and it's funny, I know you didn't quite say it this way, but this idea of like, oh, well, I got so much growth and so much insight out of my first round through. Imagine if I did it again from where I ended as opposed to where I started. Like, it's almost like that spiral staircase of like, oh, what am I going to learn this time, through these experiences? Oh, I'll apologize to our community. For those of you who didn't come to us through the newsletter, you do not know. Eric's in his mid 30s. What else do we want? What else do we want him to know about you? You're in your mid 30s. You're the younger of two boys
Yeah.
in your family.
Have an older brother, newly newly an uncle. So I've got a yeah, I got a 3-month-old nephew, and my brother lives near me in LA. So I'm in Palm Springs right now, so I get the opportunity to like drive over and see my brother like every few weeks, which is amazing, sometimes even sooner. And yeah, I love like, traveling. I spent like 6 or 8 months this year traveling and different parts of the world, different parts like outside of the country. I love like meeting new people, pushing myself socially and just connecting with people deeply and I don't know, I get so much out of nourishing relationships and nourishing conversations and interactions that I've like built my life around it at this point.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah.
Um, yeah, for those of you who didn't come to us through the newsletter, one of like I give all the journeyers, like I do little baseball card stats for them. And my favorite stat for you, Eric, was that when we asked what your best trait was, you were like, I'm a seeker. I'm
Mm.
like, yes, like that is your best trait, like open, curious, you know, always up for an adventure, like down for whatever. And like, but for me, it's the openness and the curiosity that nails it. It's like, it's always curious to me when people are like, "Oh, what do you do about like when you're not curious about someone?" And I was like, "Oh, that happens." Like, how can you not be? And like in the years that I've been able to know you, like it's my experience of you has always been like you're not only are you always up for an adventure, but you can find an adventure in anything. Like the smallest
Mm.
conversations, someone at the laundromat, the person sitting next to you at the bus stop. Like there's a way that you move through the world that like everything is exciting. And there's like the possibility of something extraordinary around every corner for you. And it's just the like you almost will it into being with your attitude and your the attunement and the way that you engage with the world. Does that
Mm.
does that feel close to
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
how
thank you so
important to
much
you?
for like giving that back because as you were saying it, it just every bit of it like resonated so deeply. And a lot of times I don't think about it because again, it's kind of like coming from this just natural curiosity or
Mhm.
just wanting to be like closer to other people. And so yeah, when you said that, I just was like, oh yeah, huh, that is true. Yeah, that is like exactly what's going on recently. So
You're like, that is
yeah.
me. Not
Yeah.
everybody's like that. You're like,
Yeah,
yeah,
right. Yeah, like that's not normal. That's not how it just goes.
no, tons of people are not.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want? Is there anything you're wanting? Anything specific you're wanting to get out of this year you're going to be immersed with your cohort specifically, other than like more connection, more growth, like another like swipe at the skills? Is there anything specific you're working on this year?
Yeah, so I think this year I actually want to really improve like my ability to just circle in general. I
Yeah.
think the last time, because I want to bring this more potentially into like a professional, way of coaching or being with people, like in some sort of like transitionary phase to that next kind of, I guess, second career or whatever. So yeah, I really want to like build this skill to be able to move forward with it, not only in my personal life, but maybe even professionally.
Beautiful. Because, yeah, the first time you were in, you were like, yeah, I just want to improve like my own relationships and I want to like up my like social skills and I want to like up the depth and the connection and the attunement and my listening. I remember that. You're like, because
Yeah.
I can remember like all the way back where your very first explorer and you got excited and you called and you were like, "Run." I just had the best conversation of my life with my brother. And I was just applying just a few of the tender skills and like you're deepening your relationship with your brother. I know this year we're going to work on deepening your relationship with dad, but I love that you're also have an eye on of like, okay, and how can I bring some of these tools and skills and make them into a second career? I think you would be great at you and I've already talked about that. I think you would be great about that. One thing you might learn about Eric throughout this year is like I know he kind of looks like a gym bro, and like he really is. Like he's a mountain man and he's buff and he's like fun, but he's also really sensitive. And he's really sensitive to the other gym bros and their pickup culture. And like one of the things, if I can out you on it, and one of the things we've talked about is like how everyone is so worried about like dating and dating culture. And you're like, that's so tired for you. You want to be like, how do you keep a relationship? Like, not how do you get a first date and maybe a second date, but like once you find the one, once you find that person who has you kind of like go dark on the apps, how do you continue to nurture and cultivate that? And so I'm looking forward to you sharing that with us in your own journey, and then the possibility of you helping other people with that as a second career and a
Yeah.
journey. Yeah, I'm super excited about that because we don't have anybody right now in the circling community who kind of focuses on that transition from dating to actual relationships. Because they're different animals. Like how you are with someone while you're dating is different than how you are with them once you've like chosen to be in a committed relationship with them.
Yeah.
And I don't think people talk about that enough, you know. Cool. Anything else that we can look forward to hearing from you or count on you for if people want to be tuning in and watching your
Mm,
company?
yeah, I would say you can count on me for just keeping it real, keeping it deep. I don't know, I'm very much into like the philosophy side. Like I love like guys just like off the wall, talks about everything. So very much in the philosophical side of all this. And so yeah, just trying to get to the deepest cut of like everything we're doing,
Yeah.
with myself, with other people, and I really want to watch people grow. So I'll be here for every bit of exercises that involve really getting down and knowing us at our deepest level. I remember Karena had me and you had that one experience last year or a couple of years when I did it where I was like bouncing on my heels or whatever.
Yep.
So it's like so I'm just here for everything, like I just want to jump right in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not gonna hold myself back at all.
I'll fill in the blanks for anyone who's like, what the heck just happened? Like Eric was like in a rut where he was just kind of like firing questions at the Circle E. but he wasn't real connected to the questions. It was like he was trying to ask the right question or the smart question or what he thought the person wanted to hear and like wasn't actually like letting it become inspired. And I was like, we need to get him out of his head. So I had him like stand up in his chair and I'm like, feel free to step off screen so we can't hear you. And I want you to like jump. And I'm like, you're gonna land on your heels and like really feel yourself and maybe even be like, huh, when you jump and like get in your body. And then I told him he got come back and he wasn't allowed to use questions anymore. Like, I was like, I will start you off with one question and then you just have to paraphrase and share impact. And I think we spent the next 20 minutes just doing that. And the circle went so deep and you never had to ask another question.
Yeah.
You were just,
I think it went deep like immediately. I'm pretty sure like just a couple of those and it was just
yeah,
like dropped straight in.
yeah.
So
So,
yeah,
oh my God, I love
changed
it.
my perspective forever.
Yeah.
So
I love
here
that you
for all that.
still remember that 3 years later.
Hmm.
And yeah, that's exciting to me too. Of like, yep, all right, guys, all of you who are tuning in to watch other AOCers' journeys. Like Eric actually loves those kind of like somatic exercises that are so embodied and bring you out of your head and like right into your heart and help you connect to people. And so if he's remembering them from 3 years ago, he's going to remember them from like module to module. And then when we hop on every month and chat, you'll be able to vicariously learn through Eric's experience. Ah, anything else you want to say to our community before we say goodbye for today, Eric?
Stay tuned.
Yeah, looking forward
It's
to
gonna be
it.
a fun year. Yeah, me too.
All right, darling. Well, I will look forward to seeing you again in 2 weeks.